So I'm gonna find out exactly how well the Pixel Bud Pro earbuds work with this. And as far as what inspired me to do another inconsistent update, as far as anything people may or may not watch on YouTube, just my God, these cherry blossoms are beautiful. And I have a Pixel 6 Pro, so it's beyond tempting for me to be like photo, video. And I realize Pixel 6 Pro does not have the most cutting edge video shots. And that's one of the things that people are hoping with the 8 series, and possibly if they come up with foldable, whatever that may be, that they'll take care of that. But even if it's not top of, the field, the photos alone, even if the video isn't quite up there, my God. Like, I could have fun with this all day. If someone was renting a ladder, so I could be like, okay, I get to be a shot above the trees now. I'd probably be dumb and dorky enough to do it. On top of that, I did originally start this as far as, I guess it might fall in vlog. And I don't know if that's the best way to put it. But the short version is, moved out to Portland, Oregon. There is more than one Portland, United States. And basically, the former missus, stayed on the East Coast. Family's there. I'm not saying I have a ton of family on the West Coast. I have some relatives on my mom's side. My grandma. I have family in Texas. My mom's in Kansas. I got family in Georgia. So largely it's just me. So I understand why she wants to stay. But I started this with her and on my own because she is an indelible part of my life I can never deny or even whitewash out, and I never want to. Still, probably one of the best friends I've ever had. Beyond that, the focus for videos that were more about me, more about her, or even both of us, usually revolved around mental health. So I figured it's about time to do some kind of update on schizophrenia. And that's the thing. I'm not on medication. It used to be Vraylar and Rexulti for stuff that's primarily is schizophrenia. But beyond that, I haven't been on medication for a really long time, years in fact. I'm not saying that is a medical recommendation for anyone. That is not a summary or an opinion on is medication necessary or not. It's simply stating what's going on with me. Per usual, seek proper medical advice from a proper medical professional. I try to do it in the recommended way. So, not a Reddit forum. You gotta give them all the relevant information. But beyond that, I gotta say, in hindsight, I am seeing things about myself, my family, my life now, where basically doing this, and I'll turn around so you can see some of the cherry blossoms behind me. Beautiful. But short version is this. There has been some teething issues, some growing things as far as just driving 1,700 odd miles in 3 days out here. And being able to just hit the ground running, and basically you have a place to stay, you have to not be sleeping on the floor of an apartment or wherever. And I'm not going to tell you something. I'm not even a month here, and there are things like I don't know, let's just say a lottery was won by someone in the family, and it was like, we're going to do a 2-month transition. That would have been so much simpler. But I needed to do this for many reasons. Part of it being as far as what was really schizophrenia is, part of what I was doing at home could not be sustained anymore as far as taking care of the family, helping out. While it ended up being something that ended up parting with the former missus for various reasons, knowing I can do this, knowing as hard as it may be, what I'm capable of. So empowerment versus self-validation. Which is not knocking validation on stuff. It's a great feeling. It's an amazing feeling. It's a thing that would really kind of bring it all together now is if I started having some real connections of friends and even someone to date. Beyond that, I realize now, as far as where I lived in Georgia, my mom has a point as far as what she wishes her and my father would have done as far as live in a bigger place like Augusta, Georgia, where what I'm doing now can be done because I can see why Nordic countries go. It's our connection with nature as far as why we're consistently ranked among the happiest in the world as far as countries. I'm not going to say that's all there is to it. If anyone has watched any videos and actually watched the right part to hear about it, I have my first degree, bachelor's, is in political science. So basically, public administration is a subfield of that. There's some important policies when you focus on nature that largely is not actually similar by a tree. Here's some flowers, and they are beautiful. Like I said, you can see it really behind me now. But the short version is this. This is not just enjoyable, it's not just fun, it is soothing. And I can easily see, like, okay, work-life balance is there. Even if you gotta work hard at work and you gotta not be careless of money, but to not be able to struggle, so living wage basically. It's satisfying, fulfillment. Low-key happiness. I'm not saying it's not happy doing this. I love the fact that, like, if this was, okay, you'd have to have some money to be art like this, but like if there was a cherry blossom orchard on like a 2-acre plot of land, you had a house there, so you got to basically have your little garden area where you could have like lunch or something outside, but it was surrounded by cherry blossoms. I could be a dork all day long, taking different kinds of photos with these cherry blossoms. They're just beautiful to me, hands down. Some of the prettiest trees I've seen in a very long time. And that makes me feel not just better in a lot of ways, or happy or satisfied, filled, but it's making me realize, as far as the schizophrenia, or as a psychiatrist, not schizoaffective. I could put a joke like some comedians, like, it's soothing my dark places. And that's not untrue. It's not exactly the worst way to put it. But self-sabotage, your shadow self. I'm realizing now that not knowing, the focusing on taking care of family, in some ways, as satisfying feeling as it was like hobbling myself in other ways as a person that I needed to know, experience, grow in some ways. I need to know what I could do. And that's the thing. A lot of people are right to be afraid of being alone. But one day, let's just say you're lucky enough that you have your parents in your life. They won't be there anymore. But the thing is, who else do you have in your life? You might have a partner in crime, so to speak, and be very, very lucky in that regard. However, it's possible. It is very possible that because of habits and the way you approach things, maybe it's not a healthy relationship. Maybe it is. It's just one of those things. It's hard to say, honestly. And so that's why this, almost done this now, longer video, I finally decided to talk more about it because I'm not sure what the right ratio is. But for a long time, you're like, that's all you're about. It's define everything who you are. It's not fair criticism, depending on where you approach from, even if it's not accurate or right. And, to me or other people, from one perspective, I can see how some people might feel that way. And it's something to think about. Am I making someone a problem that in some way some people could say it's a lifelong problem, or maybe it's one I've had? How about, I'm thinking I'm going to split the difference in this one and think about both concerns, ruminate, reflect, and enjoy my nice day of cherry blossoms. But that being said, I think basically that even if I had that problem, and I've seen a psychiatrist here for medication like that, I think I could be a better balanced, less nightmarish person, no matter how bad schizophrenia was. With something to do like this, or I can get some exercise, get some burn off some energy, but also it's just these beautiful flowers and this weather that after, because you can drain a swamp from above ground, it's below ground still. So with all the humidity that comes with swamp territory, to go from that to here where it's sickening, chilly, damp, but it's not like a swamp now. I'm realizing things about myself now, even if I could say I don't have any problems currently with schizophrenia, that it's all very well managed. This is definitely revealing information about myself I was not aware of. So I thought I would put that out there. Now to answer more specific questions, how am I doing? No positive symptoms, so no pink elephants or anything like that. Negative symptoms, honestly, I know they're still there. And it's hard when on better days, and a lot of days in general, to say when is it that versus when it's just, you just need a better balanced life. Because let's be clear, even if it was early on in a relationship, to have someone that can come over and basically we fall asleep watching a terrible movie, maybe, or maybe a classic sci-fi movie that some people stare for, like Starship Troopers. To have a partner in crime like that, yeah, that's the thing. Unless you're, don't have a pulse really. Just about everyone on this planet has needs. And I'm not going to go into a bad joke there today, but everyone has needs sexually. To have someone to share your life with in many different levels brings us a lot of comfort and balance. It makes you feel more complete. I would probably say is not a bad way to put it in short. It's definitely not a full enough definition to even qualify, I think, as a short one. But it makes me also realize how much harder it is for others to do that. And so, to answer questions, as far to my knowledge, and this is a layman's knowledge, again, seek proper medical anything from the right professional in the right setting. There is no medication, to my knowledge, that just takes care of positive symptoms. Like directly, effectively, they're specific target that they might be geared to try and help some more than others. As far as completely getting rid of it, there's none to my knowledge that gets rid of it like a magic cure. Now that being said, and I realized I kind of did the schizophrenic thing, and I got the words jumbled up in my head just a bit. Medications, to my knowledge, still currently for anything schizophrenic family and those kind of symptoms. Positive symptoms are more effectively dealt with, hands down, compared to negative. Negative, it's hard to, when you don't understand how it passes the blood-brain barrier and things like that, it's hard to understand how exactly it may affect and how, when it does help someone, how it helps through negative symptoms. Which means you can't feel happy for some reason, despite knowing you should be, and everything should make you at least feel upbeat. Positive symptoms are much easier to deal with, but then again, we still don't understand how some mechanisms work in the brain. And that's as far as I know. I'm not a biomedical anything. Let's be clear on that. But to my knowledge, there is nothing that's just like a silver bullet. It's like anything else. You got to find the right medication, the right dosage, and then you also probably have to have the right lifestyle. I think this might be better diet and exercise. So that, because no one, by the way, is mentally more stable, in my opinion, if you're basically a Snickers version. I don't like kind of butchering words and slamming their parts together. Hangry might be the exception. So no one seems mentally more stable when you're hangry. That being said, if you have a genuine problem like schizophrenia, I can't imagine hangry making that better. So basically, it seems like most generally recommended approaches evolve many different aspects of your life. But that being said, that's all my knowledge about it. Positive symptoms, way easier than negative to work on with medication. As far as, is it going to get rid of this or that? It's like rolling dice on how it's going to affect your brain specifically. And beyond that, there's probably not a guaranteed silver bullet out there. But there are tools in the toolbox. And in this case, enjoying a day where basically you see all these cherry blossoms, these people just coming to take photos because of the cherry blossoms falling and blooming. It's kind of inspiring to me, actually, in a way. And so it does help in that regard. That's because I personally find it a little inspiring and very poetic in a way, and beautiful, as far as what it says about people. So I'm not on medication, and I currently don't need it, but what I do need is to accomplish things. I need to accomplish things, not just because you need to pay bills, so you need to accomplish a paycheck. That's kind of obvious. But the negative symptoms I know I still deal with basically are satisfaction, fulfillment, feeling like, even though you know you want to, like, I want to go, and I want to go get her because I want that 6-figure job. And then you get to application page, it's like, oh my God, can't you just autofill like you tried? But because something went wrong in the process, it's like, could not autofill. Now you got to individually put in everything you just submitted in a resume, like a PDF. So basically, you're like, I might be a good fit for this, but I just want to lay down and do nothing. You love video games, but you can't get yourself to play any. You know this. You know what I'm telling you. And when you feel like you can do something and you can accomplish something, it's pretty good for anyone, honestly. And that's where I am. I'm not on medication, but being here, we're basically single again because of the move. I didn't go live near family, and I left family and dogs in Georgia. You would say, shouldn't that make you feel a little bit more unbalanced? Well, after I got over the 3-day driving kind of jet lag feeling, yeah, I can see that concern. I can see how that might be playing a small part, but honestly, it makes me feel better. I like the weather. I like a lot of simple little things. I like how many people come from other countries and have food carts here. I love the food cart culture. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been a bit like a cartoon dog where I'm like, I smell something. I don't know which direction it comes from, but someone's got a tasty food cart somewhere. And next thing you know, I'm finding dinner. I'm not gonna lie, that's a stupid, dorky thing, and it makes me happy. But that's my general update. Where I am, my mindset, and my general reflection so far on myself and where I am, literally and metaphorically. As usual, I hope this helps someone, and I'll be very shocked if anyone watches this thing to completion. But I figured it's about time to address kind of the elephant in the room as far as that. Yeah, if it was a vlogging, whatever got me into this, my channel would definitely on YouTube be more of a variety deal. Because I like playing with tech, like when I had a gaming computer, I liked running different settings and recording things, just be like, this is what it looked like apparently. I'm a dork that way. I went to school originally for chemical engineering before I switched to political science. Because I didn't think I could, I love science, but I didn't want to kill it for a 9-to-5 job and then lose my love. I like that. When I got first, I sounded like a Sony phone. Here's some comparison, blah, blah, blah. So it's definitely a variety channel in many, many ways. But I'm hoping to get more persistent about it because if nothing else, it kind of feels like I'd always do it in a room. Like, where are you hiding from the FBI? Are you in witness protection? Is there a tornado, an alien invasion? Why are you always in that one room with the shades drawn? Not knocking it. It's when you want privacy is the goal. But it's a great way working on this kind of stuff, like a more public if you upload it and make it public. Kind of video journal for me, I guess, where I can actually get up and about because of that goal and because I want to get a little exercise. Like anyone, it's like they're watching public speaking. A lot of people have problems with. Here, I'm watching people. I'm not exactly far away, and some of them can probably definitely hear me. They can't exactly understand what I'm saying, and it doesn't bother me. I could be out and about and see people if I'm not, and if I don't know them. If I'm just here enjoying the cherry blossoms like them. And basically, I can make myself fucking do this instead of being like, next year. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing that. Anyone who finds this helpful, I'm happy. I help someone. But again, there's none of this is actually medical advice in any way. It's just my opinion, my perspective. Please seek proper medical anything from the right medical professional. Try to follow best medical practices, and I hope the best for all of you. Anyhow, I didn't say it in the beginning, but my name is Joshua Cruz. I was diagnosed schizophrenic in college, and yeah, this is just part of my story now.